Right.
How does Phil not know what cold turkey means? Why does he? Oh, we'll get it. I'm already pissed.
I don't know how you. I don't know how you mix cold turkey into what he's mixed it into. I don't know how he can confuse that to mean what he thinks it means.
But he thinks he's correct. Like, if somebody were to correct him on it, he'd be like, no, I'm. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, it's the thing is, he discovers a new term somewhere, and then it sticks. This happened for my friend, who he would learn some new word of the week, right? And like, okay, so if I had a conversation with him and I say a word that he doesn't know, he would relay it back to me but not use it correctly. And I had to be careful and not, correct him at the time and embarrass him. But then he would just keep using the word until I did. So yeah. Right. Phil discovers something new and runs with it, and nobody in his chat seems to correct him. So.
Well, no, I mean, not only will nobody in his chat correct him, but even if you try to correct him on something like that, you're gonna get banned. Like you're not gonna stay there long if you try correcting him on anything. He's gonna say, no, you're wrong, I'm correct. Bye, ban. See you later. Don't come back, asshole. Like that's how Phil is. That's how Phil is. That's that narcissistic personality coming out, man. He can't take the loss on anything, dude.
Speaking of new words, this whole thing with the hard T's.
Yes. Oh my god.
It's interesting he does that. It sounds to me like he's trying to sound smarter, but it sounds like he's been listening to too many British accents. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know where he got it from either. Yeah, but go back to a video like even like 2 or 3 years ago, and he's not talking like that. He's like if you were to say excited a couple years ago, he's not saying excited. You know what I'm saying? Like he's gonna say it why all of a sudden at 40 years old are you changing your inflection? Like why? I don't know. Go ahead.
I can only assume it has something to do with side scrollers. He's trying to keep up appearances and sound like Mrs. Bucket from the TV show. Yeah, he's putting on a performance, and it's like, well, I don't know who it's for, but if it makes him feel better, then good for him. He sounds like a moron, but
Yeah, he sounds ridiculous. He sounds ridiculous when he does that, and he says words like for example, like excited. How many times a stream do you think that motherfucker says excited? It's at least 10.
Speaking
10
of
in the pre-stream.
Speaking of which, yesterday, meaningful. I don't know how many times that was.
Oh my god. Yeah, I was losing it. I was losing it yesterday on stream because see, this is what Phil does. He latches onto these fucking words like meaningful and excited and unique. He latches onto these words and he uses them so fucking often that it gets to the point where the word means nothing. It doesn't mean anything anymore, dude. Like if you use something like that often, like meaningful. He said it like 15 times during the pre-stream yesterday, and by the time it's over, literally 15 times. And when it gets to that point, it just doesn't mean anything. You want to talk about meaningful? It doesn't mean anything, dude. When you use it that often, like again, like you said, he just latches onto these words. He finds them somewhere when him and Kat are watching TV or something, watching another streamer, and he just goes off with it, and it doesn't sound. But you know what? Like, for example, like meaningful is the word right now. 6 months from now, he'll have something else. You know what I'm saying? It won't be meaningful anymore. You know.
He must be aware of it. Like he mentioned in that podcast, he did say, "Oh, hey, I know I keep saying I've changed, but I have."
Oh my God. Yeah.
He's aware that he's repeating himself, but he just keeps doing it.
You said he wants to, like, convince people that he's changed. Well, shit. I mean, you want to talk about somebody changing? Just bring up that clip yesterday of. I can maybe find it real quick of him going off on that dude yesterday.
The guy who super chatted $2, the one that he said was mentally ill.
I can maybe find it. Maybe Aquatil or somebody has it, or maybe I can find it on Twitter. But yeah, come on, Phil. You can't say you've changed, man, and then go off on somebody like that. And another thing too is it's just over the littlest fucking things, dude. You can't say you've changed and you're a different person. You're more laid back. You're more chill now, and then go off on a motherfucker like this. Come on, Phil. You know.
He's forgetting what he says 10 seconds ago. So,
Right.
Yeah, there's something going on in his head, and it needs medical attention. I would like him to watch his own footage back and just see it for himself. But you know, this guy is too. He's always correct.
I think if he wanted to do that, I think a good react for him to do would be to watch the Evil AJ compilation. If he wants to see and react to how he really is, then react to that, Phil. React to you going 90 and 10 against Evil AJ and you going off on him for beating you in a video game, dude. Like, that's what he should react to, because that's Phil. That's Phil. That angry, that incel energy, that I want to rip your head off and dunk it like a basketball type energy. That's you, bro. You know, that's what he should react. You know what I'm talking about.
I do, but it's like everybody says, we all see what he's doing, but he just, I don't know how he suddenly says to himself, no, I didn't say that. No, I didn't do that. Because because people keep tipping him, it's like they erase whatever he did by tipping him, if that makes sense.
Yes, I know what you're saying. Yep.
And like they reinforce it, and I don't know. They enable
what it
him.
is. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly. Yeah, you hit the nail on the head with it. They enable him to act like this, and they enable him to not have to change. You know, like
yeah.
I guess they just don't care. I guess they're just at this point. It looks like they're gonna give him money no matter what. It's to the point where I don't think anything is gonna change the minds of these guys that are giving him. And yeah, he's stuck. I mean, obviously he's not in a good spot, but at the same time, whoever is giving him this money allows him to be where he's at and not have to change, and not only him as a person, but you know, not change his content. Maybe go out of his comfort zone and play a different game, anything like that. You're exactly right. They enable him to be where he's at. You know.
They must see what the money is doing to him. He's in that place where they keep bringing him back. As soon as the money stops, then, you know, he'll have to be forced to change his ways. We are doing part 2 of our previous discussion. We had so much that couldn't be fit into that conversation. So, yeah, lots to be said. Buckle up, as a certain pastor used to say. Speaking of which, where the fuck is he? Like, I mean, I hope he's okay.
The pastor? I don't know. Has he been laying low? I don't know.
Last I saw, he was miserable about his anniversary. I don't know. But
Oh, trouble in the household? Oh no.
well, fuck him. Anyway, uh, so so talking about Phil's attitude, we have to go on to the strikes. Whether they are from him or his partner in crime, he has to address it. I mean, to turn around and say, "Oh, I don't care. I should have been spending time with my wife rather than help you out." He must see that that's not good. It's disgusting, and as I was saying last night in Prophet's stream, the more people he's getting rid of, the worse it's going to be for him.
The one time that he did address it, it was very, very poorly. Well, he addressed it, and then when he came back after he quote unquote tried helping, was not a good look either. Phil, by the way, remember what he said? He was like, "Yeah, I tried, so and fuck you." You know what I'm saying? That last little thing he had about it, which isn't a good look. And you know, we can sit here and speculate forever on doing. I'll always stand behind the notion of Phil does know who's doing it. It's not just some random person out there doing it. I believe after the side trollers thing, after he got beat down so ravishly, just got destroyed. After that, his ego took a massive hit. I think he's in a Discord or something with somebody, and he was like, "For this, I can't take any more of this. I want Snort gone. I want Snort, Burnell, and Hogan. I want both of them gone. Try to get Duty." I think he just got to the point after that interview where he was like, I just want everybody gone, and they're striking anybody and everybody they can. And you know what? It's been successful on their end to say that. It sucks to say that, and it sucks to admit it, but whatever they've been doing has been successful, because we've seen the outcome of what they've been doing. You know.
The thing is, he tried to tell side scrollers about identity theft. Yeah. So why was identity theft an issue then, but not an issue now when someone's using your name to strike people?
If I was to get on stream and point out every single time, not only DSP but a low-cow was hypocritical, I need to stream for 7 days straight to point them all out. We know this. It's one of their biggest traits. Not just Phil, but any low-cow is them being hypocritical. That's just how. And just like you said a minute ago, in one ear and out the other. He says one thing, and then 10 minutes later he's completely changed. You know, it's a completely different narrative. You know.
Yeah, it's amazing how he does that. I don't know what to say. If I say certain things, it's like, I think that's what they want. They want this infamy, and to know that they've upset people, and that they beat the trolls, if you will. And I don't condone what they've done. I think it's horrible, but I don't want to give them too much satisfaction for doing it. At the end of the day, them doing this is only going to hurt Phil. Um, so I'm quite happy to see the outcome of all of it. You know, when he starts seeing the numbers drop and the analytics start going south, then, you know, then he's going to sit there with his Tanqueray and he's going to be regretful. So good luck to him in whatever he does in that. Fuck him, you know. He's going to miss people.
Yeah.
He's going to miss people and he's going to act up to get their attention back. He's going to be desperate soon. You'll see.
Yeah. Just one last thing.
Yeah.
I want to see his archive tab. You know, when he showed who he struck, and we saw the super crazy video on there. Which again, another contradiction. Oh, I don't strike anybody with what is it? Not performative content. What do you call it?
Transformative.
Yeah. I don't strike anybody with transformative content. They're super crazy on there, right there, just completely lying for years and years and years, just lying like a motherfucker. And then he doesn't show his archive. Why not, Phil? Why didn't you show your archive tab? Let's see what's in there. You know what I mean?
It's not like Super Crazy wasn't transformative. You're telling me that you're just gonna strike somebody, like, regardless, as soon as they say your name and talk about you, you don't like it, you want them gone, and then you argue, oh, transformative is okay. That makes no fucking sense. It was so, like, the people that have gone, I'm missing them already. And again, it was beneficial for him to have them around because they were bringing attention to him. They were keeping his name out there, if you will. And I heard, oh, he's thinking if they're gone, then more people will tune into him. Trouble is, when they go over there, it's not chill, it's not meaningful, and then you get messages like that one I saw yesterday from the guy saying, oh, I thought it was chill here, but you banned Dave, so I don't think this place is for me anymore. He's gonna get more of that.
He's got a secret Discord somewhere. Somebody told him, hey, look at this, look at Super Crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, blah blah blah. And he was, you know what I mean?
He's spending a lot of time watching us.
Oh yes. And he knows everything. Another thing I always say, he doesn't watch every video like from start to end, but he sees everything. Everything we talk about, he sees. Every little meme about him, he sees. He knows everything that we talk about, dude.
Yeah, imagine spending your entire days like this. You know, you get out of bed, you jump straight into the office, you're watching what people are saying about you, and you're seeing nothing but what you consider to be negativity. Then you're looking at your fat, ugly wife, and you're just regretful, and you start looking at that bottle over there in the corner. And you know, it has to be a dreadful life to live, no matter how much money you might have. I wouldn't want to be the guy. I'm telling you.
Oh, what are they saying? Huh? What are they saying? Oh, let me get a drink. Let me make a full on champagne. That's his day. Every day. Looking over his shoulder every day, bro.
Yeah, that man. I can't imagine how difficult it must be for him to sleep at night.
Oh God.
He has to drink just to knock himself out, and his poor liver, dude.
Oh, it's busted. It's broke.
He keeps saying that all these things he has in the house were given to him. Does he have to say that? Because he says, "Oh, this hat donated by a fan. This games console donated by a fan. This other thing donated. Is he doing that because of the bankruptcy or just to reinforce that he's broke?
He has to keep up that reflection that, like, yeah, I'm broke, guys. I'm not buying things on my day off. I promise. This new hat was gifted. This controller was gifted. This gamepad was gifted. Blah 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 blah. Like that gamepad he was showing off the other day. Like, I'm sure that's at least probably $150. And when that gamepad was gifted, there was also a copy of King of Fighters for Xbox One. So, dude, that's like a fucking, like, maybe around close to like a $250 gift.
Fight sticks are not cheap, right?
Right. Right.
200, right. 300. It's, if you're serious about it, you're going to be spending a lot of money on that. What I would like to say is, if everything's donated by a fan, people have to be asking, well, you make so much money, where is it going if you're not buying these things?
True.
He decided yesterday that he wanted to tell everybody that he was paying his bills before he could start the stream. But
yeah,
what? Yeah. He's making far too much money to say that he's broke. They have to see that, surely.
I don't think a lot of them catch on to that.
They should.
Like, for example, do you think Jade is watching how much money he makes and all that, and I think a lot of his regulars, the few that are still there, they to the point where they don't even care. 672 and Jade and Baxter, like all those fucking idiots, like. They don't care, dude. Like we're the only ones that sees that shit.
Can we talk about Jade?
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Because
yes, absolutely.
I'm not too familiar with him. Like I said recently, I thought Jade was a female because of the name, but I'm seeing everybody say their piece on him. And from what I'm seeing, he doesn't look too clever. He doesn't look too bright. Where did DSP find him?
How is it, every month or so, every other month or so, like you find like a new person that's mentally, I'll just say it, that's mentally ill, that all of a sudden is just a huge fan of DSP. They just come out of nowhere. Where are these people coming from, bro?
I can only assume that he's going to special schools around Seattle, dropping off his business card, taking them to Burger King, and I don't know. He must be I don't know what it is. He must be recruiting wheelchairs from somewhere. They all I don't know. I don't know.
Well, the funny thing about it is you know how much he just despises his audience, dude. You think that we don't like him? Oh, Phil, he doesn't like being known as the guy that has a lot of mentally ill fans. You know what I mean? He doesn't like that.
Burger King or any reputable fast food chain, or wherever they might be wanting to go, that he can treat them. I don't know what he's doing. He's like the Pied Piper of dents.
Right.
I don't know what they see in him. I don't know what he does for them.
Why do mentally ill people, like literal wheelchairs, why do they flock to this guy? What?
Yeah.
The thing with Jay too is if you are like in a wheelchair like he is, and you need to have people help you, whoever it is, his mom or whatever, does his mom not care that her son is watching like one of the most toxic fucking streamers he could watch. Like, does she just not care? Probably, I guess, you know.
And they're quite happy to leave their vents in his care for a couple hours, and he sits there blowing bubbles, and you know, maybe these dents can spot a dent a mile away when they look at him.
Oh shit! You know, it could be. Maybe it's like another Discord type thing. Like maybe there really is like a group of these guys that talk in Discord or chat in Discord or whatever, and they're like, hey, like, yeah, check this. It could be something like that.
Yeah.
You know? It could be. Because again, it's just one of those things that's so fascinating with this guy. Like why do mentally ill people flock to him? You know, I don't get it.
Assassin makes a good point. Sorry, they relate to his victim lifestyle. That's yeah,
that's a good point, Assassin, because yeah, I mean, a lot of people that are stuck in that position probably don't get any positives out of it. They probably just sit there like DSP every day and woe is me. Why did this have to happen to me, et cetera, et cetera. It could be something like that too, you know. It could be.
There comes a time when you have to say, look, stop feeling sorry for yourself. I mean, not just DSP, but them as well. It's not good to be around that misery. Misery loves company and all that shit. You need to turn away from it. Why would you enable another victim to keep being a victim?
Right.
I mean, sure, if you feel bad about yourself and you watch someone else who feels bad or pretends to feel bad about themselves, you must see that that's not good. That's not helping the case. But I am aware that there are those people who want to stay miserable and want to stay negative. But then at the same time, what kind of entertainment is he giving you that you feel the need to keep giving him money? He's flashing a PS5 box at you, so you must know he's not broke.
They probably do have that constant victim complex, and kind of how you were saying with like not wanting to be positive and not get better. Like I always kind of like when I think about that type of shit, I think about my mom, because my mom is really big into like taking care of yourself, bettering yourself. You know, like for example, like my mom always says, like, don't say shit like I have to go to work. No, don't say shit. Just, you know, be proud that you have a job. You know, just little example shit like that. You know, don't say, oh, I have to go to work, whatever. Just, you know, like be positive about it. Say, man, I'm lucky to have a job. Shit, let me go to work. You know?
Right.
And these people don't get that. Phil doesn't get that type of mentality. He'll never. Yeah, Server Hunter, I get to go to work. Exactly. Instead of saying, oh fuck, shit like that. Like the type of people that flock to Phil and Phil himself don't have that mentality. They're probably just stuck in their victim complex, and they probably will be their entire lives.
I used to be in and out of hospital, right? Like on a monthly basis, and they used to put me in the sickle cell unit. So it was like just an entire ward full of sickle cell patients, right? And I started noticing a pattern. I noticed that people were jumping in and out. They were addicted to the morphine. They were going out, doing whatever, and then they would time their watches to the next time they were getting a dose and come running back. And me, like, I'm naturally somebody who observes and watches people, and I was like, I don't want that. They were just, they just gave up on life. Like, oh, me having sickle cell means I can't ever do anything with my life. And one by one, they all used to come to me and try to pass that mindset to me as well. They said, oh, you'll never do this, you'll never do that, you're never going to Japan, you're never going to have a nice job. And it was poisonous. They wanted to spread that misery. And I was very lucky to be able to see what they were doing, and I said no. I mean, why should I settle for that? I don't want that. There are things I want to do. So with these dents, I think altogether they all do the same for themselves and DSP. They keep feeding this negativity to each other just by being around each other in this little negative network, and they're quite happy to settle for that and stay there. That's not living. I don't know, man. Yeah, I ended up going to Japan, and you know what? All the things that they said I wouldn't do, I ended up doing. And the more things I did, the more they hated me. They either hated me or cast me out. I didn't want to be a part of that anyway. Fuck them.
Right.
I'm hoping that these dents, over time, that there's one or more that all say, look, I might be in a wheelchair for the rest of my life, I might be this and I might be that, but I should be thankful for the stuff I have, and I should not want to settle for this. I should wake up and want more in my life while I'm here. I'm hoping that they do that. But this little network that they have is too dark, it's too toxic.
And that's a good point. Like when you said, like how you talked about you being in the hospital, and that like the other people around you like spreading that toxicity. I think that's exactly what it is too. And in that chat and in that community, I think there's just a lot of negative, toxic people that are stuck. I'll never get better. They probably never think positively. They never look forward. They never look forward to tomorrow.
Right.
And that's probably another reason why they just flock together like that, dude. They love, maybe not love, but they can relate to DSP because he's that way too. It's just not a good way to live, man.
Yeah, it's not living at all.
Right.
If I carried on and I adopted that attitude, I wouldn't be alive now. Most of them in the hospital, they were all forming an addiction. They had no dreams, no aspirations, no nothing. And one by one, everybody was dropping dead. And I used to listen to the staff. They all knew what was going on. My consultant at the hospital got me a job there, and I used to listen. We used to talk about it, and I heard their side of things, and it just made sense. Look, those guys are miserable.
He's about the same.
Yeah, he doesn't want anything new. He doesn't want. He's not looking to take the honeymoon. He's not looking to retire. He's not looking to save. He's just forever miserable. And
right.
Yeah, he's preaching to the choir. Someone tried to reach out to me, and I just couldn't see any different. It's only as I got older and started seeing sense that I could own up to this or own up to that, and think my life changed like so drastically for it to be able to admit to stuff and to talk things through. So much can be achieved. Side scrollers gave them the opportunity to start, and he's just too stubborn. He's not going to be able to to open up. It's too late now. He's 41.
Yes.
He's doomed.
Yeah, yeah. It's way too late. He should have been talking to somebody 12 years ago, 10, 12 years ago, maybe even before that. But bro, we can bring this all the way back. We can bring this all the way back around. I think the reason why he's stuck and the way he is, and the reason why he believes he's not doing anything wrong is because it all goes back to him, to his childhood. I guarantee you, his mom never told him no. She never told him, oh, you're doing a bad job, you shouldn't do it. You know what I mean? I think it goes all the way back to that, dude.
He was rewarded for bad behavior at the same time.
Right.
He never knew what he was doing. He never really knew that bad behavior was bad, and
right.
They reinforced it. They allowed him to keep being a son of a bitch, and here we are. We talk about this negative circle they have, this whole thing of wanting to stay where they are. Of course they like the abuse. Of course they still support him despite his abuse and his way of talking to them, because it's more negativity. When he talks down to them, that's how they talk about themselves. Why should they hear any different? They're not. If somebody like me talks to them in a nice way and wants them to be happy and such, they won't believe anything I say to them. They are, there are people I know who like to revel in that misery, and no matter what good you say for them, they might say at the moment, yeah, you're right, but then the moment you walk away, they're miserable again.
These certain sycophants, they flock to Phil, and they love the, like, 672, Vice of Her Soul, even the three-letter bitch to a certain degree. They like that abuse. That's why they're still there. Fuck, 672 takes abuse from two locals. You think that motherfucker loves it? Snow Carl, dude, that dude loves going into Phil's chat, giving him $2 to say something incredibly stupid, incredibly dumb, and then he can't. Snow Carl is typing out this little $2 message to Phil, and he's getting a hard on because he can't wait for Phil to snap back.
The way Phil snaps, it's like it's on cue. The moment Snow Carl shows up, Phil's like, oh, here we go, here he is. Let me insult him for 10 minutes.
I know.
Yeah, they love it. I don't know what's wrong with them, but they fucking love it. The whole world can see you being abused right now, and you're paying for it, right?
And we saw it yesterday. I mean, I'm not sure what that guy's specific. I don't know what he was trying to do with Phil, but who knows? Maybe he was, because we saw it yesterday. That dude that sent him that $2 message, and he just fucking snapped on him, dude. And that's what Phil does. That's what Phil does. He abuses the fuck out of his audience, dude. And again, it's just that these types of people, they flock to Phil. They love it, man. They love taking this abuse. They can't wait for it. That's why they're still there. And they have to have that sycophant personality, because we know any other, like, level-headed person would not take that abuse. They would be gone, man. Like,
but the trouble is, they can't really think about another person's opinion. They are very lonely people. They can't see outside themselves. They can't sit down and say, oh, well, wait a minute. You can't talk like this to me. Or someone else wouldn't take this. They just assume that the way Phil talks to them is the way it should be. They were so quick to defend him. So quick to say, oh, look, You're trying to threaten his position. He's done nothing wrong. Just, we love him. Leave him alone. Well, yeah, but you shouldn't tolerate what he's doing. That's all I said.
Right.
But
Exactly.
but then they would get malicious. They started getting bitchy, and that's when I said, you know what? No, there's no talking to him.
Like, dude, you're not even allowed to give your opinion and really tell them what's going on here, and saying like, hey, Phil, maybe calm down. Maybe don't tell people that are giving you money that you're a mentally ill nutnik. Maybe stop doing it. Like, you're not even allowed to say that. Why is nobody allowed to talk to him? Why can't anybody get through to him?
Because he's never wrong. He any constructive criticism is criticism. There's no constructive about it. He can't do wrong. So anything you say is an attack.
His echo chamber is so tightly sealed, man. Like think about it. Like, you have to be in there for 24 hours, first of all, to even chat. If you're new, he's not looking at your message. You have to be in there for at least a couple months, probably, for him to even acknowledge you. You probably have to have a green name. You probably have to be a member for him to even look at your comment or your message. You have to give him money for him to look at it. Like, that's one of the only ways he'll even look at your message is if you give him money. And then if you go through all of those steps, here it is, 3 to 4 months later, and he's finally looking at your chat, he's finally looking at your messages, and you attach a $2 super chat to it, and if it says anything in the slightest, like, negative point or something that he doesn't agree with, bam, your fucking head's cut off, you're gone.
He's still here, he's outlasting everyone, his position is safe, I guess, to him, and why should he listen? Yeah, I'm thinking that's what he's thinking. Like, why should I listen to anybody when I know right, and I'm still here, and fuck all of you.
It's so disgusting.
Like, I'm allowed to be an a-hole to people. They're still paying me, so I'm not doing anything wrong. Fuck you. People need to turn away, turn their back to him, stop supporting him, stop enabling this negativity, and maybe then he would wake up to it. But this little cult he's got, this little circle, they're feeding each other.
The only way that there's going to be any sort of change with him is if the money ever stops coming in. Or the money, the memberships, the super chats. That's literally the only way that anything is going to get through to him. And you know what? This pig-headed motherfucker, even if the money does stop coming in, he still might not change. He might, it's...
His friends need to wake up. From the beginning, I was always more concerned about them. But, like I said before, trying to talk to them will get you nowhere. So, I've seen people say, oh, fuck them. They deserve what they get. And I agree. But I would still like them to wake up. It's nice to see them every now and again say, look, I'm done with this. Trouble is, a lot of them say that, and then they go running back to him. I can't talk to them, as much as I would like to be able to, but I have to say, fuck them.
Right.
It's a waste of energy trying to. They made their bed. What? No, fuck it. Let me just say it this way. He's gay, right?
And, yeah, I think he is. Yeah.
And I'm not saying that in a negative or derogatory way. What I'd like for him is to just admit it and just free yourself. he clearly is. The way we were talking about this before, but the way he was with John Rambo, I noticed it immediately. Right, the way the way his face lit up, the way he giggled, the mannerisms he had. He was so into John. It was undeniable. Now,
Yeah. Yep.
with Panda, it was like night and day. The way she would talk to him and he would just cut her off mid-conversation, like mid-sentence, was disgusting.
Yes.
He didn't care about snorting around her. He didn't listen to her. Like, she's saying so. I hated her voice too, but when she spoke, he would be like, so anyway, this controller has 6 buttons, or he never really wanted. I don't know. He was never into her, right? She was like a sister to him. But I was also thinking, maybe the reason he didn't want her in a sexual way is because he felt guilty that she was so young. I don't know. It's giving him too much credit to say that. So
it is, it is, because I don't think Phil has that in him. I think that he's a very, very sexually confused person. It's a little different with Kat. I think just because Kat is so skittish, those couple times we saw her on the stream. I think what happened with Panda is, I think Phil went like all the way through high school and went all the way through college. He was a virgin. Mm-hmm. He never had any women that kind of clicked with him. And then I think Panda was like maybe like one of the first girls or women to like ever like really give him some attention and like him. Like, when I say like, I mean like him. And
yeah.
So she was the very first girl that ever paid any attention to him like that, and he just went with it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, still being very sexually confused. Still having that thing there for Rambo, and yeah, you're right. Like whenever he was around John, or whenever John got brought up, whew, Phil lit up like a fucking firework, bro. Like when John was around, you know what I mean? And when somebody would bring him up, it's completely different Phil. You know what I mean?
Right. The way he stared at John. If you ever watch Smart Guys, and they'd sit down together, the way he would just sit there and just gaze at him, he was smitten. He looked at John the way he should have looked at Panda or Kat.
Right.
But with them, none of that. There's no love there. There's no happy that they're there with him kind of thing. The only way he's shown that he's happy Kat was there was to flex on everybody watching, to say, oh, I have a woman here, I'm married, I'm better than you. But deep down, there's no love there. She's a convenience. She's a trophy. However fat she is, he keeps her there just to flex on other people. As for Panda, she gave him so many signals, so many cues, so many like any other person would have been like, well, hey, fuck recording, fuck showing you this hotel room. I'm gonna use this hotel room for a reason, but not him. You got this girl rolling around your apartment, and you wanna show us video footage of the street outside. Like,
Right.
I don't understand it.
Like, imagine if she was off camera. Probably,
Mm-hmm.
like, that's why I said, like, Phil's probably only had sex, like, maybe 3 or 4, with a woman, like, maybe 3 or 4 times, bro.
If
I
that.
think that's true. Yeah, maybe not even that many times. Phil's never really had that feeling of, oh my God, I want to be around you. I can't wait to be around you, you know. I can't wait to just even talk to you. You know what I mean? Phil's never had that around a woman, dude.
No, he looks at pizza the way he should have looked at her.
Yes.
He talks about a chicken sandwich the way he should have worshipped her. I don't understand. But it's women in general. He's just not. Once upon a time, he used to be like, oh, titties, titties, titties.
Right.
Boobies, boobies, boobies. Where did that go? What changed? Was it cat?
I think that was just him being immature at the time. I don't think he was saying that because he was liking it, you know.
Yeah.
Like for example, when I'm streaming and I see like a cute anime girl or something, I'm like, whoa, dude, like she's super hot. Like Phil, when Phil saw a woman on screen 10 years ago on one of his videos, he was just saying that shit just because he was immature, you know.
And posturing.
Yeah.
It's what guys say, so he wanted to sound like the other guys.
Right. Like for example, we're watching the Streets of Rage gameplay right now, and I'm seeing this chick in like high heel boots and like fishnets. I'm like,
yeah,
damn, she's and I mean it. Phil would just be like, oh, look at this chick, man. She's got her tits out. Look, you can see her vagina. Like, Phil would just be saying that because he's immature. You know, now he's so locked off from it. I think it's for a few reasons. I think it's probably for Kat.
Mm-hmm.
I think and you can tell she's very jealous, and she might have a little bit of vindictiveness of herself, because I know you remember how she was looking at chat on that first stream.
Yeah.
You remember like the looks she was giving? Yeah. So I think after that stream, she got into Phil's head and was like, I don't like this. I don't like what they're saying about me. I don't like what they're saying about Panda and other women. Like, so I think that was that, and that kind of clicked in Phil's head. And he was like, oh shit, I can't be like that anymore. My wife doesn't want me to be like that anymore. I think that definitely has a part to do with it.
Do you think she feels bad for running out on Subaru Man? So she's worried that what she did could come back on her.
If there was abuse there, then I guess I can't really blame her that much for running out.
Right.
However, she still shouldn't have cheated. She should have just said, "Hey, I'm leaving and I'm gone," before she did anything with Phil. That would have been the mature way to handle it. First of all, instead of just running out and cheating on somebody, unless it was to the point where like she was getting physically assaulted, then I can understand. But again, we don't know. We don't know how deep that restraining order goes. Maybe she doesn't want Phil looking at any women, even on the screen, because maybe she doesn't want Phil to run out on her. However, does Phil or does Kat even know that Phil's gay? She has to, right? Like, they're not having sex. They're not doing anything like that. They're not cuddling with each other. They sleep in different beds, bro. I mean, come on. She has to know.
My question is, what is wrong with a waifu? Why can't he look at women on the screen?
Like my girlfriend or whatever in the past, like, would have like a celebrity crush. I would have a celebrity crush. Like, who cares? It's never gonna happen. Who cares? Yeah. Like, it's just like a fun little thing, dude. Like, yeah, it's fun to think about that, and maybe not fantasize about it too much, and maybe not get like too into it with your partner. However, yeah, like what's wrong with having a waifu? Like, there's nothing wrong with that, dude. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, man.
He
Like,
could be like, well, hey, look at this waifu here, look at her outfit. I I say, Kat, that you should dress up like that one day, and let's do some things. But he just can't look at anyone or any I the way he flinches if some giant 2D boobs show up on the screen. It's
mhm.
it's very concerning. But
Yeah,
he can look at half naked men all day. He can
yeah,
he's quite happy to do that.
yeah. He doesn't mind looking at Zangief when he
mm,
comes on. When he came on screen the other day, when I was restreaming him,
mm,
his eyes lit up. His eyes lit up bigger than the fucking sun when Zangief came on. However, when Cammy and Chun came on, when Chun Li came on screen, he didn't want nothing to do with it. He didn't want nothing to do with it. And I remember in my stream, it was the exact opposite with us. We were like, man, I don't want to see Zangief's big ass. Show me more of Chun Li. Show me more of Cammy. It's the exact fucking opposite. Um, so yeah, you can just tell, man. Like, he has a thing for men. He likes
mm.
big sweaty wrestlers. That's what he's into, man. I think, I think it's to the point where like women literally disgust him. I think it's to
Yeah,
that point. Like what women are gross and disgusting, and maybe the only woman that he's allowed to even look at is Cat. Is Cat. I think it's to the point where he doesn't want to see any women ever again. It's disgusting to him.
I I don't know how women are so disgusting. I don't. It makes no sense to me. I mean,
I don't get it
I,
either. I don't get it.
I you got not even to just appreciate how they look. Like, I if I looked at someone else while with my partner, I'm not looking at them like, oh, I want to be with them. What happens more often than not is I say, I like that outfit. I like what they're wearing. I think it would suit you. Um,
Right.
there's nothing beyond that. Um, but there's nothing wrong with appreciating the finer form. Chun Li makes him feel sick. Why is
Cammy
that?
makes him feel sick. Yeah, Cammy makes him feel sick. Kimberly makes him feel sick in a couple different ways, if you know what I'm saying.
Women are disgusting. Women are,
Yeah.
ew, gross.
Yes.
I,
Yes. I think his entire life he's been told, or he's had it in his head, that you're straight. You have to be with a woman. You have to get married. You have to do this. And but deep down, that's not what he wants. Deep down, he wants John Rambo. You know what I mean? He likes guys.
Mm.
I think that's how it is.
And his mum, Linda, she definitely wants grandchildren. It's only natural. Yeah, I think it's better for him to just come out, just say, look, yeah, I'm gay, and
Right.
it's not a bad thing. It will make him happy to just admit it,
Mhm.
and somewhere down the line, because of him being born in the decade he was born in, gay is wrong, gay is bad, but
Right.
but he's denying himself. I believe he should just just call out to Rambo and say, look, I need that penny, and be
Yeah.
happy. If he was happy, he wouldn't be streaming so much. He would tell you, oh, I need more time with my wife, but he doesn't go out of his way to make time for her. He looks to me like he's quite happy to be away from her. And Exile, do I think he can perform in bed?
Not with a woman.
If he, yes, not with a woman, but if he could, again, he wouldn't be streaming so much. If he loved Kat, if he truly loved her, we would see a lot less of him. He would have started saving money to show her things that she'd never seen before, to cherish her, to show his love for her. But no, he's here with us.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I like that word cherish, because that's what you do when you're with a woman, man, and
right.
you're really connected to her and you love her. Like, yeah, you cherish her, dude. Like, for real. Like, you want to be with her. You want to be around her. You want to please her. You want to make her happy.
Yeah.
And I think Craig said that too. Like, dude, like it's not healthy, man, for you to be streaming 6 days a week like this. Like, if you do, there's not enough time for you and your partner, man. And I think Craig even said that to him. It's true. It's true, man. Like, you only get like a couple hours a day with your girl. Like, that's not healthy, dude. Like, it's not healthy.
There should be days where he wakes up and he looks at her, and you're just looking at your other half, and you're like, yeah, I'm happy, I'm lucky, she's great,
Yeah.
she's here with me, I love this woman, she's my world, she's my treasure. But for him,
Right.
he gets up, she's down there, she's playing Skyrim, she's taking up the entire couch, and he's like, I'm going to work, fuck this. And
Right.
it's not there. He should be looking at her one day and saying, you know what, I'm not going to stream today, I'm going to spend the day with you. But no, he's thinking, damn, she's fat, I swear she got bigger since yesterday, I'm going upstairs, fuck this. I think he doesn't like what he sees, and he regrets being with her now. I don't know, but to spend so much time streaming, it has to be that he can't be happy that she's there.
Kat was probably the first person to pay any little attention to him right after the Panda ordeal, and he just went with it, dude. And it ended up being a non-compatible relationship, and look at where they're at now. And yeah, you're right. He doesn't want to be around her. He doesn't give a fuck what she's doing. He sees her on the couch, and he's probably fucking like, man, why did I get into a relationship with her, man? Like, why did I spend so much time in my life with her? I don't really want to be with her, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, maybe it's another reason why he spent so much time on stream, dude.
She costs so much money. Why am I spending all this money on her? Why, I could have bought a PlayStation. Why am I? Oh, no.
Yep. And now, dude, she's, well, the word of the day has been stuck. We've talked about people being stuck a lot. Now look at Kat. She's stuck there. She's gonna be there forever. She has nowhere to go. And Phil's comfortable because he has that title of being married. He has that title of being able to call her a wife.
Yeah.
So she's just stuck there, dude.
It was purely for status, nothing more. She they got married way too quickly for anybody.
Yes.
And they must see that too. But it's all convenience. It was convenient for her. It was convenient for him. And it was also convenient for his mother, because now she can go around and tell people, yeah, my son's married. She could now say, yeah, my son isn't gay. He's married now. What do you say to that?
Right.
Even though deep down she knows.
Maybe they were legit happy for the first, I don't know, 3 to 4 months, and then they got married, and then you saw what happened afterwards. Now look at them. Neither of them want to be where they're at, dude. It happened way too quick. It was all of that combined into one, dude. Is what happened. It was the first person to pay attention to Phil. It was the first person Kat could find to latch onto after Subaru Man. Very convenient. They said, "Fuck it, let's get married," and now look at them. They both are miserable, bro.
Yep. That time when he said, "Yeah, we're never having kids," I will never forget the look on her face.
Oh yeah.
That was none of our business. He should have never said any of this to us. But he, as you well know, he has a habit of divulging information that we should never know. And
then he'll come back. The next day saying, "Oh, I can't share any personal shit." Like, get the fuck out of here. You just did, dude.
Yeah. 10 seconds ago, you just told me this, and now you're telling me, oh, I'm not going to talk about it. 10 seconds later, you want to talk about it. Right. Hey, you need to hear yourself sometimes, because you're retarded.
Remember at the end of Side Scroller, she just threw that restraining order out there. Who the fuck needs to know? Who the fuck needs to know that? Nobody needs to know that. Dude, that is so personal. If I was Kat, I'd be fucking embarrassed, dude. I would have went off on him. I'd have been like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Why are you?" I wasn't there with you, Phil. I wasn't on stream with you. Why the fuck are you getting so personal about my life, you dickhead?
Yeah.
Oh, I would have been pissed, dude. If I was Kat, I would have been fucking heated, dude.
Duke Zippy, welcome to the stream. Duke says they would love to see her divorce him and take him to the cleaners. Do you agree?
Yes, I would love to see the divorce. Here, okay, again, guys, you got to remember, man. She has nowhere to go. Where is she gonna go? I mean, I think that's the reason why she hasn't left, is just because she has nowhere else to go. Don't get me wrong. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. The divorce saga would be brilliant. It would be so good. It would be popcorn. It'd be popcorn time. But you guys got to think, if Kat leaves, where's she gonna? She has no car. She has no money. Or no. And because like when you guys got to remember, like if you leave somebody and you want to get a divorce, like that doesn't happen like the next day. Like that's gonna take months for her to get that money. So yeah. But I'd love to see it. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't think it can happen right now.
Like Assassin says, he brought up the restraining order just to get away from the financial. They were so close to getting answers from him, and he had to say anything he could say just to get away. And he decided, oh, I'm gonna bring this up of all things. Her restraining order.
To get off the financials, Phil had that in his back pocket. He was ready to throw that out whenever he could distract them. And yeah, if she was watching, I guarantee you, if she didn't give him permission to talk about that, she was probably pissed, bro.
We shouldn't know about T or how T died. We shouldn't know all these things he uses as I don't know, bargaining chips or get out of jail free cards.
Yeah, get out of jail or pity tips, But dude, again, remember what you just said about him not wanting to get personal, and our personal life is none of your business. And then he just brings all this shit out. Panda with the hospital, Cat with the restraining order, all of this shit, dude. All of this shit just comes out. But hold on, Phil. I thought we're not supposed to talk about this. What the fuck, you know?
And when we do talk about it, he's upset, but fails to see that it was him that put that out there. You know, we wouldn't be able to say what we say to you that upsets you so much if you didn't say it yourself.
The only thing we are showing is what you said, dude. You know, like, yeah, like with Snort Burnell, he put in a lot of, you know, a lot of effort, first of all, but he put in like a lot of things to like make fun of you or jab at you. But Phil, like, the only thing that like Snort Burnell does, for example, is clip what you say, dude. Like you're the one that said this. How can you be mad at us? You know?
Yeah, you put it there on your channel, and it's there for the world to see. Even me over here in the UK knows about your business in Seattle. Like, that shouldn't be right. That shouldn't be happening. I shouldn't know about anything that happens to your wife. You should keep her separate. You tell us she should be separate. It's you that's putting it out there.
I don't care, like, if you talk about stuff in your personal life, but when Phil does it, the only thing that he's talking about is super, super personal, negative shit. You know, like, you can talk about your personal life with your wife, with your girlfriend, all you want. That's fine. But when you do, you bring up like one of the most personal things in her fucking life, a restraining order from an ex-boyfriend that she was getting abused by. Like, Jesus Christ, dude.
It's like, what's the most powerful statement I can make right now that will make people feel sorry for me and distract them from the initial matter? What is it I can say to get out of this situation I'm in? Oh, I'm just gonna say this. I'm just gonna say it. And he doesn't think.
Like you said, it's like a get out of jail free card. But he's not looking anywhere past that. You know,
right?
He's not thinking about how it's gonna look. You know what I mean? He literally just used it for a distraction chip, and it's just that's disgusting, man. It's disgusting. You know?
Yeah. I remember thinking, oh, he has a Tekken trophy? I want to see how he plays Tekken. And I want to play against him because I want to show that I deserve that trophy more than he does. But then I saw the trophy. I don't want it. It's horrible. It's I have better trophies in the house for other things. I don't want that one, so he can keep it.
Yeah, dude. It's like it's not like a legit thing, dude. Like, it's just a little fucking. It's like a little $20 trophy that they would, because the reason why it's not like a big ass like nice trophy is because it was for kids. It wasn't for somebody like Phil to win. First of all, you know, like, God, it wasn't like he just went into the mall. He's fucking towering over these little kids. He's 100 pounds heavier than all of them, and he goes in and steals their trophy. It's
see. Sorry, before I knew about it properly, I thought it was an official trophy. Like, if you ever saw the end movies on Tekken 3, they got these gold statues with Heihachi's head. I thought it was something like that, and then I saw it. Like, no. Let's move on to racism. I don't know how he can pretend that he's not being racist. I don't know how he can get away with saying, oh no, I didn't see her skin color. I just saw a little girl. He should understand that what he says is offensive. But the trouble is, like I said much earlier, his behavior is being paid. It's being enabled. So as long as the money comes in, he will never see wrong. He will never understand. I would have liked Adam to press him further on that. To let him know, hey, you shouldn't be doing that in this day and age. Maybe it was acceptable in your past, but he's gonna do it again. He's gonna continue to be racist, and he's gonna continue to deny it. You know, when I see it, when I hear it, he wants me to think it's clever. He wants me to think it's funny. I know it isn't, Phil. It's not, and you should know better.
He's said over and over and over so many times that he's changed. But you know, here in the next couple weeks, maybe a month, and maybe 2, he's gonna say something.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna say racist again. And it's gonna come out. You know, it doesn't matter if it's against a black person, an Asian person, whoever, a Spanish person. He's gonna say something here soon. He's due for one. You know that we've talked about it. We've thrown pictures around on Twitter and in Discord about him gnawing at his hooves, and this just goes all the way back to Phil sees everything. Phil sees everything. He knows that we caught on to him. He knows that we've seen that, hey, look, guys, look at what Phil does every time a black person comes on stream. Because, there's literally like 20 different pictures of Phil gnawing at his hooves when a black person comes on screen, and it's been shared around all over the place. Somebody got to him in a secret Discord and sent him that picture probably, and was like, hey, maybe stop doing this. And yeah, he's caught himself, you know, for now anyway.
It must be horrible to live this life where everybody sees what you do. They see your mannerisms, they see your behavior, and you sit there trying not to do the things that everybody's seeing. No wonder he's so paranoid. No wonder he's rocking so much. That's a horrible place to be.
Right.
No wonder he says I've changed so much, because he knows deep down he hasn't. We see everything. We know everything. You're being watched, and sleep while you can, dude. Shit.
Hey, seriously, when it gets to that point, I don't know how you can get any sleep, man, because he's looking over his shoulder 24/7, and now he's back to doing the thing where, like, if he hears like something outside, like a car or a truck stopping, like, he has to fucking get up and look out the window. Like, dude, Jesus Christ, man, this dude is so worried about something happening to him. And when it's not, like, Phil, nobody's gonna show up at your house, dude. Fucking chill out. But yeah, it's gotten to that point. It's ridiculous.
It's tragic. That's not living. That's he needs to stop streaming. He needs to take a break. He's spent way too much time live and with a window into his world and who he is and what he does. He needs to go and, I don't know, surprise people with something different. Just say fuck it one day. I'm done. I'm taking a break. I want to be with my girl, and just step away.
It's got to be so taxing to do this 6 days a week, man. Like,
yeah.
And for a long time now, he's been doing this 6 days a week with no breaks. He needs it. He needs to take like at least like a week off, dude. And just like get into a better mental state, man. Like nobody can do this 6 days a week for the rest of their life, man.
Someone told me the other day that if it wasn't for Panda, it would have been 7 days. Apparently, she talked him into taking that day off. I don't know if that's true or not, but If it
Well,
was,
now, well, I think it's a little different now. Sunspot. I think the only reason why he does it 6 days a week now is for like champions and shit, dude. Like
mm,
literally. Like I don't think that. I think that like literally the only reason why he does it so much now is because he wants those today tips. You know what I mean? Because we know those tips as soon as it hits PayPal, he transfers it that
mm,
same day and
yeah,
goes right into mobile games, dude. I think that's why he does it 6 days a week now. You know?
it's horrible. I save money, dude. Save it. You know, I
Yeah.
would if I had the kind of money he has. Oh my god, I would have been able to screen share just now. You know,
Hmm.
I'd be back in Japan. I'd be doing so many more things that I want to do. But this guy, he has all this disposable income coming in, and he's just disposing it. He's not thinking about the future. He's not taking that honeymoon. He's, you know, not uh, giving Cat a gym subscription. Nothing.
He's not giving back to anything either. You know,
Mm,
he's not giving to anybody. You know, God forbid if he throws $20 Jasper's Angels or something like that. Not that specifically, but you know what I mean.
yeah,
Um, he's not giving any of that money back. It's uh, like man, he has his fucking money spent before he even gets it, bro. Like
exactly. The money has to stop coming in. It's the only way he's
yeah,
gonna stop. But the trouble is, he's been doing this for so long now that if the money does, or when the money does stop, uh, the longer it takes to stop, the worse it's gonna be for him. There's no way he's gonna be going cold turkey easily, and he's gonna lash out. He's gonna. I don't know what he will do to Cat. I hope he doesn't do anything. But if you cut his money off in one go and stop him playing these games, he's gonna turn.
that's literally the only thing that's still keeping him here are like 4 to 5 people, maybe not even that many, because the 50-bit bitches are they're completely gone.
Hmm.
So that's what you get for banning so many people and cutting so many people off and being a dickhead to so many people. But yeah, it that's it, man. That's it. Just like that's the only thing keeping him afloat are four like mentally ill people that for some reason feel like they have to
Hmm.
donate to this guy, man. Like that's it.
Well, they like hats, and he keeps getting hats just for them. And I I don't know what it is. Coming back to what we said before, I don't know what he provides them. I don't know what they find entertaining.
Yeah.
I don't know why hats and vests uh, catch on like they do.
What do you get out of this?
Yeah.
What do you get out of like donating to him? Like because like when I donate to a streamer or when I sub like I know what it's going to. I know that the streamer that they're going to be grateful for it. Like
Hmm.
when you donate to Phil, he's not going to be grateful for it, and it's going to go straight into either DoorDash or Champions or Street Fighter Duel. What do you get out of donating $50 to a streamer, knowing that the minute they get off stream, that money is getting transferred into Sophie? Like, what do you get out of that?
I
What do you get out of enabling somebody's gambling addiction or enabling somebody's uh, DoorDash addiction, whatever the fuck? Like what do you get out of that?
I don't know. I personally, that if I know that somebody I'm supporting, if I know my money is enabling them to do something they shouldn't do, I'm gonna stop giving them money. If I find
I
out that, oh, I'm allowing you to continue smoking crack, or whatever vice you might have. I'd have a conscience in doing it, especially if you don't want to help yourself. Like, I'm not doing anything to help you if I keep giving you money.
They, for some reason, just they have to keep giving this guy money. Like, look at, there's a video, I think there maybe even an interview of Das Bukuk, and they they asked him like why do you keep giving this guy money, and his answers are just ridiculous. They're just mentally ill people, man. They're just mentally ill people, and I guess they feel like that this guy has been such a victim his entire life. This guy's been beat down his entire life. We have to help this guy. That's the only thing I can think of, man.
What Duke Zippy just said, that's where my mind went. They can't afford a decent dominatrix. I was thinking, if they if they like this abuse so much, they could at least send their money to somebody attractive. And I'm sure it'd be a lot more entertaining.
Yeah.
But
shit, don't give me any ideas. Fuck.
Yeah, we got Derek to talk about. Where do you begin with Derek?
Well,
Go on, you go.
All I was gonna say real quick, just to preface this, is why does this guy keep protecting him? And then go ahead.
Well, you say that. Someone wrote to me on YouTube yesterday, Sean, I believe your name was. He said, to answer what the good thing was that Phil does, and someone else said this too, is that Phil is looking after Derek, and every day that he has Derek under his wing is another day that stops Derek doing something he shouldn't do.
Okay. My rebuttal to that would be: is where the fuck are Derek's parents then?
Good question.
Why aren't his parents doing that? You shouldn't need a streamer to do that, dude.
Right. I know this. I know.
Was it Tyree that said it?
I think so. Yeah. And there she is. And I don't.
Bill has to know. He has to know what type of bullshit this kid's into.
Yeah, he must. There's no way he doesn't know what Derek gets up to. Didn't he block Derek recently?
I think it was by accident, though. Well, no. Hold on. He didn't block him, but he unfollowed him on Twitter. This was a while ago, though, like a year ago maybe. But yeah, he unfollowed Derek on Twitter.
Okay, so let's just say that somebody in my chat, let's just say that I have Derek following my channel, and I find out about his reputation. It's not up to me to pull him aside and tell him stop it, but I couldn't associate myself with that. Exactly. I can't make this person welcome on my stream, knowing all their dirty little things, behavior. I just couldn't have that. Phil knows what Derek is doing, but Phil is looking after him. Phil is giving him special treatment, and he doesn't understand how complicit that makes him look in all of this bullshit. Really, he should be locked up.
He needs something. He needs because he's obviously got a severe porn addiction, a very public pornography addiction. And when it gets to the point where you got to start apologizing to porn stars on camera because of your fucking actions, bro, step the fuck away, dog. Get the fuck out of there. Like, don't you see? Like, you might have a problem here. You literal mentally ill idiot. Like,
He doesn't know any better. He doesn't. Um,
where are his parents? Where are his parents? First of all,
yeah,
where are
good
they?
question. I don't know. It's been a while I've seen Derek like this, who, as you say, he's talking to porn stars. What I see him do, like, they'll say something, and then he'll repeat it back word for word. Like, they go, yeah, this scene was hot. And then he goes, yeah, that scene was hot. And he's just out there harassing and say my name. And no, my name is like this. Say it. Like,
Yes, that's harassment. Yeah.
that's it. It's legit harassment.
Phil thinks people coming into his chat and saying whatever, like snort, horse, whatever the fuck. Like, he thinks that's harassment. When he has one of his biggest followers doing this shit, which is literal harassment to women. Come on. I've seen people on Twitter get upset at like fans emailing and sending messages to developers on Twitter, like telling them, hey, we don't like this certain part of the game. Like, can you please do this or whatever? Like, I don't consider that harassment. I just consider that like critical feedback.
Yeah.
Like going straight to someone's Twitter account and doing what Derek does, that's harassment because he's spamming that shit too. Phil, in my mind, is defending this because he just lets it go. He doesn't care.
First of all, Duke. Oh, I've got stories about Scientologists. Yeah, they are. They are true harassment masters. But secondly, what I wanted to say was, how would Philip feel if Derek talked to his wife like this? How do you think Phil would feel?
If Derek had a wife, you're saying?
If Derek talked to Kat the way he talks to porn stars.
Jesus, that's a good question. I don't even know, man.
I wasn't supposed to have any questions today, but
that's a good. Damn.
I'm like, he's ignoring Derek's behavior all this time. What if Derek turned around and started paying attention to Mrs. Burnell, or even Phil's mum, or Panda,
Officer Sanders?
Officer Sanders. What would Phil do then?
He'd have to cut him off. I mean, I know this is hypothetical because like there's literally no way to get a hold of Kat. She's completely cut off from the internet. So, god damn, that's a good question. Fuck.
Like you say, he'd have to take notice and he'd have to say something. But
yeah,
does he love Kat enough to give a fuck to say anything?
I'm telling you what right now, if that did happen and Phil just sat by watching Derek tell Kat, hey, you look good in this, or
Yeah.
hey, God, that would be really disgusting. But I can see Phil doing it.
Kat, say my name. Kat,
Yeah.
say it. Like, where's your wife, Phil? I want her to say my name. I'm curious to know how he would react to that.
I mean, if you were a man and you were gonna stick up for your woman, I would lash back at that motherfucker. I'd be like, "Don't you ever talk to my wife that fucking way again, you piece of shit!" And I'd block him from everything. But I don't like that's what a man would do. But
Yeah.
I don't know if Phil would do that. Like you said, I don't know if he has enough love for his wife to do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a you know what, for the people, like when you do these interviews, Sunspot, for the people that are deep into this, that are deep into the vortex, if you ever do interview anyone else, I would add that question. That's a good question.
Yeah. Um. Okay. Well, I have another season planned. I've got 3 names who said they would like to do it.
Hell yeah.
But I need more, and I'm still looking. Some people have been really nice in the YouTubes and have said to me they love the series and they want to take part. So when I'm able to do it, I'll be reaching out to them and more if I can. And
Good. Good.
yeah, I'll add that question. I'll add it.
Good
Um,
bit. Good bit. Good bit.
I'll need more questions to add. So I'll come up with something. Uh, this, the, my reason for doing this is, well, it's a number of reasons, but I am naturally inquisitive. I always like to ask questions, and I love having the chance to spend time talking to all of you that I wouldn't normally get to speak to otherwise. So yeah, I see no reason why I won't do more of these,
Good.
unless there's not enough interest to keep it going. But we'll see.
And like this is what like a good solid community does. They talk with each other, dude. Like they don't
Mm,
block each other off. You know, they're like I think this is healthy. Like to
yeah,
talk to people. You know,
right.
uh, instead of just being stuck in a room for 8 hours a day just talking to a camera. You know.
hmm that's what I'm glad you said that, because there's something Philip does. There's something else that Mr. Burnell does that I want to talk about.
Okay.
So when he's doing a react, especially a react, you'll notice he's watching the TV, the payment plan TV, and he does this thing where his eyes dart toward the camera, like his eyes go to the camera, then back to the TV, then back to the camera, a- and I, I've never seen someone do that like that. You know how an actor, like a rookie actor, accidentally um, looks straight into
Puts
the
it-
camera when they shouldn't.
Yeah.
He
Yeah. Yeah.
does
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
He does it, but he does it like he's on speed or something. He does it excessively, and
Okay. Okay.
I was
Uh,
gonna make a video just of that, but I chose
really?
not to. Go on.
Oh no, dude, you should. That's a great idea. You should do that. You should do that. Alt Insider on that being said the other day. I think he said it perfectly. I, he when he gets these videos and he doesn't know the topic and he doesn't understand it, he starts getting nervous, right?
Mm,
And that's like when the darting of the eyes, the back and forth, camera to the screen, camera to the screen, back and forth. He gets really, really nervous when there's a video about a topic that comes up, and he has no idea what to say because he. So what happens is he just skips it, right?
hmm
So when he's on these reacts and he has no clue what to talk about or what to say, yeah, that like you start seeing the eyes starting back and forth, or if like a black person comes on screen, you start seeing the eyes start back and forth, back and forth, back and
mm.
forth, because he doesn't know what to say. He's clueless. He's clueless about it, and he doesn't want to get stuck in a situation that makes him look bad, so he just skips the video. I think yes, I think it kind of goes hand in hand with that, you know.
He does it like he thinks we don't see it, like um, because he hasn't seen it on his laptop or whatever. He assumes we don't see it. He it's I don't know what I. It's really
It's
kind of scary.
yeah.
Um, Rapid fire. Just look at the camera. I've never seen anybody do that. It's just something that I can't help but notice now. Um, I don't watch him and absorb what he says anymore. Like, I mean, I watch him, but what he says just goes in one ear and out the other. But
Hmm.
there are the things that stick with me, and that's one of them. That's the bodily functions, that loud snort 2 days ago. Those are the things that stick with me now. Other than that, there's genuinely nothing entertaining about his channel now. Um,
Right. Right.
Speaking of which, what do you think he should do to make his channel entertaining?
Well, there's a bunch of things he could do, man. Add a green screen. Maybe get out of that fucking room and do something different. Do a fucking vlog. Go fucking walk. You don't even have to walk. Whatever. Because I know there's a bunch of places around him. Go drive to a restaurant. Do a vlog. Maybe walk around downtown Seattle. Film it. Do something different. Get out of your element, dude.
Mm.
Go to an arcade, spend a day there. Dude, there's a bunch of things he can do, man. You're in Renton. You're close to a big ass city in Seattle. Go do some vlogging or something, man.
Mm.
Fucking anything dude, he should do anything that gets him out of that fucking room, bro. Like that's my advice. That'd be my advice.
Learn how jokes work. Indeed, the guy is so unfunny. I've never, you know, you know how, like dad jokes aren't funny.
Right.
Like there's still something there. There's an element of something there. There's humor in the bad. But
Right.
with him, like his ability to kill a joke, to suck the life out of it is.
Oh God, dude. He You're right. He is the least unfunny mother. And I'm not just saying this because I hate the guy's guts. I'm
No.
saying this. I'm saying this legit, 100% serious. He is the most unfunny motherfucker I have ever listened to in my goddamn life, and I'm
Yeah.
1,000% serious. Bro, he starts with a joke, and it keeps going and going and going and going and going, and then it ends with an act at the end, and everybody in the fucking audience is goddamn dead. They put a gun in their mouth because they don't want to listen to this shit anymore. And oh, god damn, it drives me crazy when he just drives a joke straight into the ground with a fucking jackhammer, bro.
And why does he zoom in? I mean, he zoomed in yesterday on bubble blowing.
Oh my god.
Why?
I don't know.
He zoomed in, like, okay, so you zoom in. I can't see the bubbles anymore. I like your video because I want to see bubbles. If you zoom in, I can't see them. Why would anybody want to see your face up close? Except, I don't know, your mother. Why zoom in? It's not funny. Like, I remember when Wayne's World did it. I'm sure that's where you got it from. But it's not funny when you do it. It's gross.
No, it's disgusting. And nobody wants to see that fucking French vanilla Yankee Candle fucking fat face in the camera. Nobody wants to see that shit. I don't like why does he think that's funny? Why does he think that's good entertainment? Is he that brain dead? He doesn't. Oh my god.
Nobody's gonna tell him different. They're just gonna keep paying him. So,
exactly. There's nobody that can tell him anything because you'll get banned.
Right. Because they're paying him, they are reinforcing in his head that, yeah, I am funny. You know, yeah, I am entertaining. This is meaningful. So, you know, if the money's coming in, it doesn't tell him it's not. Like, they pay him regardless because they're retarded. So he thinks any idea he has is awesome. Even down here at level 1. So
It's that's a huge problem with this content, is because there's literally nobody that can tell him otherwise, man. Like, even, I guarantee you, even in that secret Discord that he has, I guarantee you they're in there telling him, "Hey, good job, man. Yeah, that was awesome. Blah blah blah." Or like when he brings up an idea, "Hey, should I do this?" You're like, "Yeah, Phil, that sounds awesome. Yeah, blow bubbles. Yeah, go full screen. That sounds like a great idea." There's there's nobody that can tell him different, dude, or you're gone. And that's how it's been for years now, dude.
why should? Sorry, go on.
No, I was just gonna say you can't get through to him. That was it, bro.
Sorry. Why would you want to improve your? I mean, why would you have any drive to improve if the money's there anyway? I mean, there's no reason to better yourself if the money tells you you're good anyway. You can keep doing what you're doing because, like, okay, so if the money reflected his talent, then he'd be forced to try stuff and do new things.
Mm-hmm.
But it's there anyway, so why bother?
Just to think about how many other streamers on Twitch out there that are busting their fucking ass trying to make it. You know, they have you know, anywhere between 1 to 10 viewers, and they're really trying. They're putting on a good show. They're funny. They're entertaining. And they don't get the support. And you know, they have that drive. They want to get better. They want to entertain their audience.
Yeah.
And they're just not getting it. They're struggling. You know, they're not getting the support. They're not getting the support. And not saying that they should 100% of the time, but I think that's one thing that bugs me the most about this guy, is that, imagine, I'm looking at the recommended channels on the side here, and I see one person that has 9 viewers right now. If I were to go to that channel right now that has 9 viewers, and I were to drop 50 subs or whatever, 20 subs, whatever, that would make their fucking month, dude.
Absolutely.
Like, that would, you know what I mean? They would be ecstatic. They would. Oh my! It would, like I said, dude. They would be so happy. And with this guy, you go in and drop 5 to 10 subs, and it's whatever. Thanks, yeah, thanks, dude. I'll get that money next month. You know, whatever. That's another thing that or not another thing, but that's one thing that just drives me crazy, man. Is that he doesn't deserve what he's getting. He doesn't deserve it.
Yeah. Speaking of which, did you hear the other day about Ted DiBiase Jr., who's been scamming people for disability money in Mississippi?
Whoa, what?
Apparently this goes back 3 years or so, maybe longer, but I saw in the news he had this little thing going where they're getting millions in money that's supposed to go to poor people, disabled people. This ex-wrestler is living large, stealing, money laundering. He's been charged. He could be in jail for like 160 years off of this. Taking disability money. So it naturally made me think about Phil, who's taking money for these people who are supposed to be, you know, they're supposed to get this money to eat, to be able to afford the cost of living, but he doesn't care. He deserves your disability check. If you don't pay it, you're scum. I don't know where that entitlement comes from, but there are these people out there, these crooks, who, if they can get it, they're gonna get it. They don't care. As far as I'm concerned, he should be locked up right there with Ted DiBiase Jr.
Yeah. No, that's a fucking great comparison because yeah, he's doing the same exact thing just on a smaller scale.
Yeah,
Really.
yeah. I was reading it yesterday, or the day before, I forget. But Ted, I can't remember the details exactly, but it's been going on for a while, and I listened to Jim Cornette in a video 3 years old where somebody asked him about it, and Jim denied it. Jim was saying, "Oh, he's playing kayfabe. He's doing it as a routine in his wrestler acting role." But
What?
it's come back now, 3 years later, to Ted being charged for, what's it, 4 counts of money laundering, 2 counts of theft, and more. I forget the rest. And, that's taking money that you're not supposed to be taking.
Yeah.
I'd like Phil. I'd like to know if Phil knows about it. He must do. He follows the wrestling community. He must know what happened to Ted. I would
Yeah.
like someone to ask him in chat about it.
He can't do this forever. He needs punishment. It's not a want. It's a need. He needs it because it's gotten to the point where like you're saying here, it's gotten to the point where you can literally compare him to a fucking felon that's stealing millions and millions of dollars from disabled people because that's what he's doing on a smaller scale.
Right, he got the
It's disgusting.
stimulus check during COVID.
Yeah.
How? Um, they don't know any better, right?
Yeah,
His supporters,
he got it, and didn't he lie? Didn't he lie about it though? Didn't he say he didn't get it?
yeah, he's living large too, but lunch meat sandwiches.
Yeah, yeah. Phil loves to be in that middle where, yeah, man, I'm living large. We DoorDash. Look at what
Yeah,
Kat and I did. But then at the same time, he's broke. He tries to be in that middle, but he can't. But he can't. It's hard for him,
that,
He can't say, "Oh, I'm loving life. I love where I'm at. Me and Kat are in a great relationship." But then you come on stream and you play victim and say, "Oh, I'm broke. I really need the help this week." Blah blah blah. It's disgusting.
dude.
Disgust me.
Hey, I need sushi, right? I need to eat sushi every week. Yeah,
Yeah.
allow me that one thing. I need to eat sushi with my wife and lobster. You know that that really pisses me off. And
Yeah.
then the next day, yeah, I I'm broke. We'll buy some fucking, I don't know, some spaghetti and eat some rice and beans. Then like I, I don't know how you can complain about having no money, but then you want to sit there and eat lobster in my face. I
Yeah. Or yeah, on the whatever the fuck, the feasting with the kings thing. The motherfucker orders $80 worth of food. After he's done with the food, he's begging again because he fucking has to pay off 2 big bills. Fuck
mm,
out of here.
hmm
Fuck out of here.
Two big bills
Uh,
are coming on Monday, right? Uh,
no, he got his YouTube payment and he paid him. Remember
yeah.
yesterday on my stream, we were waiting for 30 minutes because he was paying his bills.
hmm
He couldn't possibly, no way in the world could Phil wake up half an hour early and pay his bills. Nope. He had to do it right before stream. What a joke. What a
Yeah.
joke.
Yeah. Uh, um, it bothers me more than I let on, but
I think it does for a lot of people.
what I mean to say is this in particular, this lifestyle that he won't let go of, this eating pizza in my face, and like I don't make a lot of money. I it's a struggle for myself, but to see this guy, like, I mean, regardless of what I make, I can manage it better. I have to. I'm an adult. But then to see this guy, just parading it, showing off, like, yeah, we went to a restaurant. We get to go to a restaurant every week. We get to order DoorDash however many times a day. I can't stand it. You know.
I know, man. I know. He can't play that flashy. Oh, look at what Ket and I ate. We had this. We ordered $60 worth of DoorDash. We ordered $80 for lunch. And then by the way, guys, I'm broke. I got my internet bill coming up, and I need your help now. Tips preferred. It's gross.
I can't afford a honeymoon. I get, like, tips help me right away. Yeah, I'm sure they do.
Yeah. Tips help Scopely right away too. You piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Get worked up over this guy, man. So I know, Tyree. I know. I should calm down. But sometimes he just gets to me so bad, man, and I have to let it out, man. I can't bottle it up. I'm sorry.
Mama, we understand. We understand. It's like shit. He is just another lolcow on the internet. But he shouldn't be allowed to continue doing what he's doing. He selectively chooses the fan base he has because he knows they don't know any better. And I feel sorry for them. No matter how they react, no matter how they act on his behalf, I don't like how he treats them. He shouldn't be able to do what he does and gets away with it. Ultimately.
Yep, he takes advantage of very vulnerable people, and then as soon as the money stops coming in, bye. See you later. You haven't tipped me in 2 weeks, and then some guy comes in and says, "Hey Phil, I really didn't like that stream. See ya. See you later. Banned. Your head's cut off." That's how he treats people, bro.
You said the other day, or yesterday, he said, "It's been 2 hours since you tipped me." Like,
yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
Dude.
This is the first tip that's came in over 2 hours, he said.
How the fuck do you get away with that? Fiery.
I don't know, man.
Come on. How does he? Why? How? Huh? Like,
I don't know, man. I don't know. Somehow, some way, he's all of this bad, all of this thing, all of this terrible shit, the racism, Derek, the way he treats people, blah 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 blah, et cetera, et cetera. Mm-hmm. All of that, and he's still allowed to be right where he is, where a million other fucking streamers are out there busting their ass trying to get where he's at, and he is the way he is, doing the things he does, still to this day, and he's right where he's at. Upsets me because I know of just personally, I know of Miss Chibi Goddess. She's on stream every day, busting her ass, trying to make it. And fuck, why shouldn't she be able to do this full time like Phil? Come on.
Yeah. Thing is, we don't prey on people. We have a conscience. We we do it for the love of streaming. It's like we don't feel entitled to what we get. We are grateful. Anything that comes of it is a bonus and allows it to keep happening, or it allows the stream to keep going. We do it because we enjoy doing it, and that's the end of it. But this guy, he needs to live off of your tips. He needs this business to thrive, otherwise he's gonna be on spam and lunch meat and whatever. And you guys, you don't want to deny him that, do you? You don't want to deny him his sushi every week, do you?
Right.
That would make you evil if you do that. How dare you uh, stop me from eating my fucking giant thick crust pizza every Thursday. How dare you? You know?
Yeah, yeah. How dare you deny Ket and I getting bento boxes for lunch and then buying Indian food for dinner? You know. And guess what? We also DoorDashed a couple of egg and ham sandwiches for breakfast. You know, how dare you deny us that, you fucker? Get the fuck out of here. And you know, and again, like I said, the minute the money stops coming in, he doesn't even know you anymore. You know.
Yeah, yeah. No money, I don't know you. I
Right. Right.
well,
Shit,
yeah.
man.
This entitlement, um, it's just who he is. As I've said before, he's not gonna change. It's too late for that. Um, but it needs to
The
stop.
close.
Sorry, go on.
I No, you're right. You're right. It does need to stop. But the closest it ever got, and I think the closest it ever will get to anybody getting through to him was side scrollers, and that obviously didn't help Sunspot.
Mm, mm. Um, Duke says they would love to see him try a Vindaloo. Are you sure about that? Could you imagine the bodily functions going on stream? He doesn't play
Oh,
music. All you're gonna hear is that. The last time I saw him eat pizza, I heard it too. Crunching, gulping, no noise in the background, just noises coming out of him. It's gross. It's for this. It's no. I don't want to see him try any kind of food on stream. Who wants to watch him eat? I mean, what is it about mukbangs? That's another topic entirely, but I,
right. Right.
I don't understand why he thinks people watching him eat is entertaining. Um,
Hey, dude, I don't get him in general either. Like, I don't like. Fuck, I wouldn't even watch fucking like chick eat. Like, I don't want to watch. I don't want to watch
yeah,
people eat,
yeah.
dude.
I don't I don't enjoy listening to the next person eating, to be honest. Um, uh, around the table when it's you and your family, that's different. But I mean, why on earth am I going to tune into someone's channel to watch them eat?
I
It's
wouldn't.
never made sense to me.
Yeah. It looks like he just got stabbed in the gut when he's
Mm,
fucking putting a hot dog in his fat face,
yeah.
and he's got that grin on his face. Like, that's the only good thing that comes out of it.
Speaking of which, I suppose we should address the uh, the face he makes when he eats anything, whether it be hard or soft. Um, he seems to be better with food he's more comfortable with, but I don't know where the face comes from. I don't have any pictures of it, so I'm not going to show one. But
We know.
he uh, he has some issue there. He needs to go and see a dentist with, I believe, and he knows he makes that face, but I,
Yeah, he again, he sees everything. So he's seen the pictures that we've posted around on Twitter about him making that face that looks like he's in pain. Uh, we've seen recently we've seen some like more up close pictures of his teeth, and they do not look good. Those little teeth. First of all, why the fuck? Does this dude still have his baby teeth? Like, I'm serious. He has the smallest fucking teeth I've ever seen in the world. I think we call this dude a man child. This dude hasn't even lost his baby teeth. This fucking 41-year-old Polak man child hasn't even lost his baby teeth. Get out of here.
yes. Um, I don't know. There's something there that needs addressing. Um, he, I think that's what affects the way he talks as well. Um, uh,
Maybe, yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I'm not sure. I couldn't even try to make that face like on purpose when I eat. I mean,
No,
it, it's a problem.
Assassin says it sounds like his balls didn't drop yet
Yeah,
because of his voice. Yeah, he does. He does get that like really high pitched like soy voice sometimes. Yeah, you're right, dude. His fucking voice still cracks sometimes. Like yeah.
but
Dude's a literal baby. His balls haven't dropped, and he still has his fucking baby teeth. Literal man child.
the way his voice is now, imagine how high pitched it was back when he was a kid whining at his parents.
Oh God, probably drove him nuts. Probably drove
Yeah.
him crazy.
I think about that often. His voice back then, as a child, as a 13-year-old, it
Yeah.
must have been the worst to live with. Um, Poor dad.
Drove him. I bet it drove him fucking crazy, dude.
Mm.
Oh shit.
Um, so yeah, I can't really think of any other topics we need to bring up unless someone in the chat has something you would like to hear us discuss.
Yeah, I think we hit everything on the list, dude. I think that's it, man. Yeah.
Yeah, we could talk about the hat. We could talk about uh, poor Jasper. We could talk about all kinds of shit, but
Maybe a part 3 down the road we can do, man. Because again,
yeah,
we can spend it. We're at almost 3.5 hours. If we really wanted to, we could do another 3.5 on this dude. Again, there's just too much. There's just too much to talk about, man. Really
right. A lot of it comes back around to the guy is stubborn. The guy is miserable. He's entitled. He's a diva. He's an asshole.
Yeah.
Um,
He's stuck.
yeah, and we all agree that, well, it needs to stop. It needs to change. He, as I've said before, I would like to see him see the error of his ways. But not only that, I've never seen any individual in my life like this guy. This is why I do this. We have a lot that we would like to say, and there's a lot of questions I would like to ask. And I would love to talk to him personally too, but again, that would be wasted breath. But for now, Dominic, once again, thank you for being here. Is there any last words you would like to add? Are there
Honestly,
any
no.
last words? Sorry.
I don't know. You're good, man. I don't think so, man. I think we got through just about everything, man. Dude, thank you for having me on. I love doing this, man. I love talking with you.
Likewise.
That's fucking awesome, man. And I hope you continue to keep doing this because I've tuned into just about all of them, and all of them have been pretty entertaining so far. So big ups to you as well. But yeah, I think that's it, bro. I think that's it.
Well, I have to say thank you for that. But I have to thank you also for you, everybody watching, for your support of this channel, for the interest you've shown in this series, this podcast. I go on YouTube and I see your comments. I read everybody's comments, and it's very heartwarming. Just like back in the day with Bacon Sweats, what you guys say means more to me than you know. And if there's enough interest for another season of this, I'm all for it. People who would like to come back, I'm all for it. Let's go. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching PIGSPLAINING Cold Turkey episode with myself, And Dominic, if you haven't already, I would urge you to give Dominic a follow at his channel at the link provided in the chat.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
No, thank you for being here. This has been fun as always. I enjoyed this, and yeah, we need to set up a third episode sometime soon. And until then, I'll let you go, and thank you very much.
No, thanks for having me on, man. We'll talk soon. Big ups to everybody in chat too, for real, for real.
Yes, yes. Once again, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. Thank you to Yerd for subscribing. Thank you to Sweet Potato for following. I can't see the rest. There's one there, but it won't stay. Oh, Yerd, subscribe to my YouTube. Thank you for that. Thank you to everybody for your support. You know who you are, right? And I have one more episode to do for Pigsplaining, and I don't know how it's gonna go. I was thinking maybe a group session, but it's not written, it's not set yet. We'll see.